Okay, year 7, welcome back. We had a really difficult assignment last week. This week I got good news. I'm going to take it easy on you, but I've got a quick pop quiz for you to do over the week. Remember, on Show My Homework, you get 3 goes at this, but you want to do your best, and if you think you can do better, have another go. So, getting into it immediately, though, let's look at what I asked you to do last week. So let's just go over here to our RoboMind and look at the command that I left out that I wanted you to place in. What we wanted to do last week, we were looking at if-else statements, and my assignment for you was to ask you to add one command only to make this work correctly so that the robot does a happy dance. So if we're looking at this, we have if left is white. So we've got wall, 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 and there's a white dot. Turn left, go forward, and then do one other thing. Else, if left is a wall, go forward. And that's understood to go forward 1. So the command I wanted you to add in there was the break command, so that once the robot achieved the condition that he wanted, he achieved the result that he wanted, he would stop, spin around, do a happy dance, and that would be the end of the program. It would break. So let's have a look what we've got. I don't believe everyone achieved a result that sent in their homework, but I don't believe anyone actually achieved that. So forward, break, happy dance, splendid. And then as we went further, we can see that we just need that to go, the robot to go further. The same code would work in the same way. Now, we're not going to go forward in the navigation. It gets to a point where the difficulty is beyond what I want to use for year 7. We'll look at that next year. But what we're going to do is instead, we're going to go to the next section, and there are some interesting bits of code, but it's a pretty easy assignment today. So I'm going to combine that with a quiz and show my homework, just to give a bit of a challenge and to recap and assess what we've done till now, because after this we've got a couple of weeks and then that will be the end of term. It will be summertime. Yay. So let's carry on and look at the next section and what type of code we'll need to use for that. What I'd like you to do is go on through the next section, go through the introduction. There's some interesting bits in there. There's a bit of a quiz to do. This is not the one I told you about. This is only a demonstration quiz. And there's a nice video about self-driving cars, because that relates to what the robot is doing as well. The robot reacts to its environment and makes a decision based on pre-programmed constructs. So let's look at how we can continue on and let the robot do this through what we call tracking and tracing. So if you can go forwards through the what are we going to do, tracking and tracing, our next screen here will start off with our first program. And I'm going to let you see the code and how it works, just for this screen only. So we have repeat, if front is white, break, else, go forward 1. Then the next loop comes in, go forward 1, turn right. This is if the front is white, loop, and condition have been achieved. So go forward 1, turn right, then go into a separate repeat loop. And then it asks if the front is the beacon, pick it up and break, else continue forward. And then it will iterate back through the previous loop if necessary. So let's look at how this works. So the robot sees the front is a white dot. It goes forward 1, turns right, and it continues forward 1 through the loop until it sees a second condition. Oh, front is beacon. It achieved what it needed to, picked it up, it achieved the break, and that's it. Now, with this in mind, you should be able to go the entire way through this section, and I would like you to do that. You'll need to modify this code a bit just for the different sections. But if anyone can get to the end, screenshot it, show me that you've achieved it. It says splendid or well done, etc. down here at the bottom. Then there's a golden ticket in for you. It needs to be all completed, all correct, and it needs to show that you've done the code correctly by giving the hands up down here. So to recap, what we've covered in the previous in this section is we're looking at iteration, we're looking at loops, if-else sequence, if-else selection, and repeat loops to examine conditions, to make decisions, and in this case, do tracking and tracing. So the robot needs to go forwards until it reaches a specific point. It needs to turn and track until it finds the beacon. Then it can pick up the beacon and achieve its result. We are looking at that in the context of programming constructs, but I hope you can see that there are real-world advantages and real-world results that can be garnered from doing this, from creating this code. This goes for everything from the Ocado automated warehouse with its robots, to self-driving cars, to space travel, to maintenance robots, to work under the sea. There's an enormous amount of fun stuff you could do as a career just understanding these concepts and using this code. Okay, so as before, I'm broadcasting from a beautiful castle here in the Midlands. If you can tell me where that is, there's a golden ticket involved. It's a place I've been and literally took this picture standing on the top of the castle. Secondly, we, as I said, have a quiz on Show My Homework. Complete the quiz, you get 3 goes to the quiz. You should be able to work things out, but I'll have plausible wrong answers. So look sharp, read the question carefully, and I look forward to seeing you submitting a quiz in the Show My Homework and seeing your attached results in email. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next week.